Hi everyone, I'm Elisa L'Amour from New Pollution Designs, and welcome back. I'm going to be doing a 3-part mini-series of drugstore foundations. So, drugstore foundation number 1 is L'Oreal True Match. Now, I have had this for about 5 months now, and I feel like I can really talk about the pros and cons of this foundation. So, I am N4 Buff Beige. What I really like about this foundation is when you go to the drugstore or Target or Walmart or wherever, they have those little cards that help you figure out what foundation that you are. You pull it down off the rack and you put it over your wrist, and it helps you identify what color range you're in. I really like that. That took away so much guessing. I knew right where to start and just what color range I would be. So that, I give it total thumbs up. Now, my color matched really nicely. I'm wearing it right now, and I have to say I really like this foundation. At first, I wasn't impressed. It's taken me so long because I didn't know how I felt about it. It's a thinner coverage foundation, and I find on my skin tone, or skin type I should say, which is oily to combination in the wintertime but oily during the summertime. I found that when I first bought this during the warmer months, it didn't really do too much for me, and I think it's because when the temperatures get to be 3 digits, a lot of things are really just going to melt off. But as it went towards cooler fall and winter, this foundation really started to show its true colors for me. So it has really great, it really evens out your tone. I want to say it has great coverage, but I don't have a lot of spots. So if you have heavy acne spots or discoloration, this is a nice base, but it's not going to cover up a lot. That being said, if you have fairly decent skin, it's going to work for you fine. But I don't find that you can layer this. Meaning that when I put a layer on my skin and it looks good, and let's say I think, oh, I wish I put a little bit more here or there, if I put too much on, especially around any place that might have any creases or fine wrinkles, which I don't have any really in person, but this will give you or showcase those little crinkles that you may not see with other foundations and in person once you begin to layer it. So be well advised that if you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to layer this, if you have any little bit of, let's say, open pore or a little bit of wrinkling around the eye or mouth, or even just when you smile and you put your face back, anything that you're like, oh, I don't normally have that, if you double up, this will show. Now, I do think this is a really good foundation for if you're taking like videos or you're out with your friends and you have to do some photography. Now, I haven't worn this with flash photography, but general daylight photography and making videos, I think it's really good. So I give it thumbs up. So for me, I would say that, oh, here's the packaging. So you just open up the top and it just pours open like this. And it doesn't look like a lot, but it has lasted me quite a long time. And this is 1 fluid ounce Buff Beige N4, and it's oil-free all-day wear. It's neutral, the one that I picked, and it's SPF 17 sunscreen. So that's all really good, and I just pour it out on my hand. Oh, that reminds me. I find the best method to apply this is with a stippling brush. I've tried with my fingers and I have tried with a sponge, and I find that the sponge makes it a little too heavy for this, and my fingers, it just doesn't seem to do anything. But with a stippling brush, I think this works really nicely. So I hope this was helpful. I would say if you're oily to combination, especially during the summer, this would be something, this would not be you for a summer foundation. This would be your winter or cool weather foundation. If you live somewhere where it's cooler most of the time, this is a great foundation. If you have dry skin and you don't really have the problem of foundation wearing off, this is a great foundation for you that you can wear year around. But if you have oily skin or it's very hot where you are year round, You may want to skip on this if you're looking for longevity, but it's a nice foundation if, let's say, you're going to dinner and it's just a few hours during the summer. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you. Stay tuned for part 2 and part 3 of this Drugstore Foundation series.